Welcome back to the Maths Olympiad series. This is part 4 of our Roman numeral series. In part 1, we learned the important rules of Roman numerals. In part 2, we learned how to convert numbers up to 100 into Roman numerals. And in part 3, we learned how to convert 3-digit numbers into Roman numerals. Now, let's turn the things around. In today's video, we are going to learn how to convert Roman numerals back into numbers. And just like before, we are going to follow a few simple rules so that you can solve these questions easily in your Maths Olympiad. So let's get started. Rule number 1. Know the basic values. First, let's recall the basic Roman numeral symbols and their values. I1, V5, X10, L50, C100, D500 and M1000. These values are the building blocks we need for converting Roman numerals into numbers. Coming to the second rule. Rule number 2. Smaller numeral after a bigger numeral means addition. When a smaller numeral comes after a bigger numeral, we add the values. Let's understand it with an example. Suppose I write VI. That is, the smaller numeral I has come after the bigger numeral V. Then we need to add. V is 5. I is 1. So it is 6. Another example, VII. Again, the smaller numeral is coming after the bigger numeral. So it is 5 plus 1 plus 1 is 7. Another example, say XII. It is 10 plus 1 plus 1, 12. LXV. X and V are smaller numerals compared to L. So I add it. L is 50, X is 10 and V is 5. So when you add it, you get 65. So always remember, smaller after bigger, you need to add. Clear? Let's proceed with the next rule. Next rule is smaller numeral before a bigger numeral means subtraction. Okay, when a smaller numeral comes before a bigger numeral, we subtract the smaller value from the bigger value. Let's take an example, IV. So the smaller numeral I has come before the bigger numeral V. So you need to subtract the smaller value from the bigger. That is 5 minus 1 is 4. Similarly, if I take IX, here it is 10 minus 1 is 9. Another example, say XL. XL is 50 minus 10 is 40. So now we have got two important rules. Smaller after bigger is add. Smaller before bigger means subtraction. Now, so far this looks quite simple. But what happens when we get a longer Roman numeral such as I say XIV or CMXCIX? Can you simply look at the symbols one by one and start adding and subtracting? Not always. There is one important thing we need to learn. That is your rule number 4. Learn the 6 important subtraction pairs. 6 important subtraction pairs. So the Roman numerals have 6 important subtraction pairs, and these are very important because whenever we see one of these pairs, we should read the two symbols together. So let's see what are those pairs. 4, IV4, IX9, XL40, XC90, CD 400, CM 900. So these 6 pairs are the important subtraction combinations you need to remember. And whenever you see one of these pairs, treat the two symbols as one group. Let's proceed with the next rule. Rule number 5 is break a longer Roman numeral into meaningful groups. In the previous rule, we have learned what are the meaningful pairs. So, you have to identify those meaningful groups and break the longer Roman numeral to convert it into a number. Let's understand it with an example. XIV. If you simply look at the symbols one by one, what might we think? So, X is 10, I is 1, V is 5. So 10 plus 1 plus 5 is 16. But this is a wrong answer. XIV is not 16. That is not how we read the Roman numeral. We first need to look for one of our special subtraction pairs and then we need to break the Roman numeral. Now you understand, right, why these subtraction pairs are important. Because if you simply add up all the numerals, you are not going to get the right answer. So how do you do this? XIV. Here we already know IV is one of the subtraction pairs. So this forms one group. So how do you break it as X and IV is one group? X is 10, IV is 4. Plus 10 plus 4 is 14. This is how we do. So always remember, we don't make groups randomly. We recognize the special subtraction pairs first and then we break it. Let's try another example. XIX. Here again, IX is a subtraction pair. So it becomes 10 plus, what is IX? 9. So 19 is the answer. Another example, say XLV. XLV. Here XL is a subtraction pair. Okay, you need to observe carefully which is a subtraction pair. Here XL is a subtraction pair and XL is 40 and V is 5. So it is 45. Now, let's try a 3-digit number. Okay, let's move on to a bigger Roman numeral. Okay, what is CCC XL VIII? Don't worry, we can break it into smaller parts. So first what we need to do, we need to observe the subtraction pairs in this numeral. So what are the subtraction pairs in this numeral? XL. XL is a subtraction pair. Yes. So I can break it this into 3. CCC as one group, XL as the other group and the remaining VII as the last group. Now you need to convert each group into numbers. So CCC is, C is 100. 100 plus 100 plus 100 is 300. Plus XL is 40. Plus VIII. 5 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 8. So you add up everything, you get 348. Clear? Now let's try a challenging one. CMXCIX. So first we need to recognize the subtraction pair. Which is a subtraction pair? IX. IX is a subtraction pair. XC also is a subtraction pair. You got all the subtraction pairs. So you can break it into the subtraction pairs or break it into groups. So CM is 900 plus XC is 90. IX is 9. 900 plus 90 plus 9 is 999. So this is how you convert a Roman numeral into a number. And an important tip for your Maths Olympiad is don't try to calculate a long Roman numeral all at once. Look for the 6 subtraction pairs first, then break the Roman numerals into meaningful groups and find the value of each group. Finally, add all the groups together. So once you know these building blocks, even a long Roman numeral becomes much easier. So let's have a quick recap of what all we have learned today. Rule 1 is know the basic values. This is mandatory to convert a Roman numeral into number or number into Roman numeral, whatever it is. You need to know the basic values. Next, smaller after bigger, you need to add. Smaller before bigger, you need to subtract. And the fourth one, remember all the 6 important subtraction pairs: IV, IX, XL, XC, CD and CM. And the last rule is for longer Roman numerals, break them into meaningful groups and calculate each group. So now you know how to convert Roman numerals into numbers using a clear set of rules. In the first 3 parts, we learned the important Roman numeral rules and how to convert numbers into Roman numerals. Now we know how to do the reverse conversion as well. But Olympiad questions don't stop with conversion. From the next part onwards, we are going to put these concepts into practice with Roman numeral Olympiad challenges. I'll be sharing these as short, interesting questions where you can pause, think, and try to solve them yourself before checking the answer. We will start with simple questions and gradually make them more challenging. So get ready to test your Roman numeral skills and see how many you can solve. If you enjoyed this Maths Olympiad challenges and want to learn more concepts through simple, step-by-step explanations, subscribe to the Virtual Tutor. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next Roman numeral challenge. Bye-bye.